All right, what's up, people?
Hell
He's
yeah.
here. No David. He's excommunicado.
Only Overwatch fans allowed here.
Yeah, only people that are good at Overwatch are allowed in here. So we're watching the behind the scenes of Overwatch 2, and we missed it live, which is fine because I heard it's actually pretty good. So now I'm going into it knowing it was pretty.
Now he's
well.
hyped.
Now I'm hyped because I was
Now
a
I
little
hope
worried.
so be let down.
Yeah, watch. It's going to be a letdown. I saw one tweet that said it was a really good showing, and then I saw one thing they said. I was like, and I stopped reading the tweet. So I know one thing. That's all I'll say, though.
It's canceled.
It's canceled. Tracer is just ripped out of Overwatch. She's gone. They actually behead her in this video, which I can't
Hell
wait.
yeah.
Oh, man. Anyway, I'll be excited. If they actually announce, like, execution of Tracer, then...
I would love they just, like, started retiring.
I'll do the Carlton or whatever.
Live.
The live. All right, so you ready?
Yep. On go. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. What? It's M-rated? Monkey.
What seconds are you on right now?
Hey!
We
12
know
seconds.
that you all
It
want
just
to
lagged
hear
for me for a
more
second.
about Overwatch 2.
All right, I'll pause it. All right.
Oh, that's why.
What?
I slowed it down because of the Blue Rubies thumbnail.
Okay.
What timestamp are you on?
All right, just go back to the beginning.
Okay.
Fine.
Sorry.
Ready? All right, ready?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
Anyway, I'll repeat what I said. Monkey.
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 Funny monkey.
And I was about to say, wait, hold on. Wait,
Yeah, I saw it. Ass.
All right,
Welcome
yeah!
everybody to BlizzCon. We know
Jeffrey.
that you
How long ago
all
was this? 'Cause he's
want
not
to hear
gray.
more
That's the color of his
about
hair.
Overwatch 2.
I don't know. I don't pay attention that
Allow
much.
us to invite
I do.
you
Papa
behind
Jack.
I
the
love them,
scenes
but
to
I'm
explain
gonna leave them
more
alone.
of what
that's
we're
some more
doing
Overwatch too.
and
Ooh.
why.
Everybody,
gameplay
please
right
hit record. Fingers crossed. We lost Scott.
It's off to
Oh
a
no,
good start.
Scott.
This is going great.
There he is.
It's like our call.
We've been
Yeah.
assembling one of the
Except
best teams
Scott
that
would
I have
be
ever
like
worked
berated
with.
and cursed
I'm
at if it
nervous.
was our cult.
And I'm so
And
proud
exiled.
of the
Yeah, exiled.
progress that we have made together.
More
Ooh.
gameplay.
We really liked.
It looks-
I can't tell if that was
clean
gameplay we
drop
were
down.
seeing though.
Imagine that
honestly.
it's coming forward, boom, boom.
No, I don't think I've seen
The
gameplay
scale
of
and the scope of this
maps
game
right now.
have meant that we've needed to grow
I think
substantially.
Just have, we have to.
Oh, you mean? Oh, I get it.
Sorry. Let me start.
Of the new engine
Overall,
in the old
you've
maps,
done
yeah.
incredibly
Yeah.
well. as
Hell
a
yeah,
team.
dog.
Hey,
Work
big
from
dog,
a big ass dog.
and a cat.
Oh, shadow play.
There have definitely been.
I love this
challenges,
trailer, dude.
But the
Yeah, that's
team
true.
is really putting
So
everything
good.
we've got behind this game.
To me, it's the next big
Yeah,
step
see,
in
that's-
the Overwatch
Woo!
universe.
Yeah.
That's
New
clean,
Heroes,
I like that.
Game modes,
Oh, that's soldier.
major story beats.
With competitive and PvE, I see Overwatch 2 as the Overwatch for all of my friends.
You know, we're always inspired by what story and franchise
I thought it was
development does
before.
with their animated
I think it's
shorts.
only 6, right?
We really wanted to bring that cinematic.
I'm assuming that's why I haven't been doing animated shorts, right? There's like, all right, let's just keep.
Invest in your heroes and grow them over
Ooh,
time.
whoa, whoa,
I'm
that was a
Yeah,
big ass
I
skill
like
check.
Overwatch
That was way
2.
bigger than the one
I
they
can't
showed
wait
last
for people
time.
to play this game. It just gets better and better.
There are some things that we just
Yeah.
can't do
I like
without
that.
Hell yeah.
sequel.
I want to see a
That's
lot of these moments.
Oh, oh, this is dope.
I better
Thank
see a
you
lot of these
so much for
cutscenes.
your patience
Yeah.
so far, and I hope you enjoy this behind-the-scenes look at Overwatch 2.
Give me new maps and role updates.
All of our players at home, they want to see one of the new maps that we've never talked about before.
This is the one thing I heard
Really,
about.
I can just
Well-
talk about anything that I want to.
Yes.
You're serving this up to the guy that is like unintentionally leaked information in past interviews.
Oh, how is he not
You
dead?
can do it officially now.
Okay, so one of the maps that I'm most excited for in Overwatch 2 is our Rome map.
Yeah, that's the one I heard.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We always want Overwatch to feel like this globe-trotting adventure for our players. So we're having a lot of fun coming up with the Overwatch version of Rome.
Oh.
We wanted a very romantic, sort of this powerful
Hell
feeling
yeah.
of old world architecture.
Romance.
That's a stash.
One of the
Hell
most
yeah. That's a
exciting
good
things
stat.
for me
And he's the one
is
to talk about
early
romance?
building
Oh,
of those
yeah.
maps.
I
Where we
love
get to
romance,
sit down
man.
together with key people from the environment team, level designers, effects groups. We'll spend some time talking about moments in the game that we really want to see. like the Colosseum or a grand view of the hills of Rome in the backdrop.
I like it.
And then we'll go back and do a paint over, or we'll do a concept painting of certain things based on that.
We try to draw inspiration from as many different sources as possible. For example, one of our environment artists had just taken a trip to Rome, and he returned with thousands of pictures and was so excited to work on a map set in Italy.
Thousands of pizzas.
There's a lot of ancient architecture in Rome that represents the empire that it used to be. So we
probably get paid to go across the world and take pictures. Hell yeah.
In real life, we kind of
you got
rebuilt
fat
in
slice
kind of an Overwatch
Oh,
style.
yeah.
It's one of the most beautiful pieces of environment art that I think we've made for the entire game, and it just
That looks very
absolutely took my
big
breath
too.
away.
Like there's a bunch of textures that are not being that you don't go to. You know.
Can we reveal more maps?
Yes,
Oh.
Scott.
Yeah, reveal another one.
Scott, why don't you have the
I
honor?
want that
Why don't you
Widowmaker and the Reaper
reveal,
statue
like,
still.
Is there an artified? Like, let's pick
The
an
Reaper was
artified
good.
one.
I know what map I want to talk
do.
about. It's the one that I
don't
just
play
get
Widow
super
that much,
excited
but yeah.
about. New York City.
New York!
New York
Yeah,
City.
I was wondering if
New
this was
York!
An
New
amazing
York City,
Overwatch
though.
location.
So it's gonna be garbage everywhere.
Yeah, it should be Long
We're
Island,
really
right?
striving
Yeah,
to
Long
make it
Island.
as authentic
Go on.
as possible while still
Bohemia.
putting this Overwatch
What?
spin on it.
There's a lot of amazing buildings and architecture pieces that
Grand
just,
Central
especially
Terminal.
for artists, stands out a lot.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say it right when they were showing Rome. When's there a New York map?
1920s, 1950s.
Oh, should said it.
We started in an area
Whoa.
that's a little bit
Wow,
like
that
the
looks
village.
really good.
There's some smaller shops there.
Murky's.
There's a
Whoa.
fire
There's gonna be a
station,
lot of lore
little
around here, I
pizza
bet.
places
Yo,
and things.
pizza!
People
Hey,
that
a
are
fat
familiar
slice!
With New York City.
Yo, yeah, they just said
will
people
either
would go
recognize
places.
or
Hey, go to a place that
maybe
has pizza.
see the
Hey,
reference that we're
so
trying
anywhere.
to make with some of our different locations. It feels like something you haven't seen in other games before because
Oh, I
it's
saw the word
uniquely
Chicago. Give me Chicago.
Overwatch.
Chicago.
Well, we should move
Chi-town,
on.
baby.
Otherwise, we just have to reveal more maps.
Yeah,
so.
you reveal them all. That's fine.
We were talking
So,
about
there's two.
PvP.
That one looked
And,
really good graphically.
You know,
But that one looked
thing
like it was more
that
done
I think is
than the
really
other one.
interesting about
Right.
PvP in Overwatch 2 is some of the philosophical changes we're making to the approach.
Tracer's
PvP
gone.
feels different and new. We're upgrading our combat feel. The roles are playing differently. When it comes
Yeah,
to all new maps,
I can already tell.
it's a pretty big departure from where we are on live right now. So I can't wait to see where we end up with
I don't know why
it
that
by the
zoomed
time
in,
we launch
maybe.
this thing.
Maybe last.
I love the UI. It feels fresh.
We're also
It's
experimenting
looking-
with the idea we call
it's looking
role
more
passives,
saturated, like
which
the
are
saturation.
passive abilities
Yeah.
that the hero
Boosted
can
up a
have
little
based
bit.
on what role they are. For example, currently in our internal builds,
It's looking
the
clean.
tank heroes all have knockback reduction against them, and they also generate less ultimate charge for enemies that are shooting at them. Damage dealing heroes have a movement speed bonus, which is great for
Ooh.
flanking around the map. And
Oh, good.
healing
Getting back after getting
heroes, support
small
heroes
kills.
have automatic healing that kicks in after they haven't taken damage for a while. Very similar to Mercy's passive, but a little bit of a lower rate.
One of the
Oh,
more shocking
alright.
changes that we've been exploring
Okay,
in
someone's healing
Overwatch 2
Been alive for a little
PvP
while.
is a change to the tank role entirely. That's applied to all of the tanks. We want to try to make them more toe-to-toe brawlers and less characters that just stand back and protect other
And the
people.
York map.
Yeah.
So, for example, for Reinhardt,
does.
we've given him 2 charges of Fire Strike, so he can throw Fire
Oh, he
Strikes a lot
gets
more
2 now.
aggressively
Good,
and
good.
often. Also, his charge, he's able to cancel it.
Bye!
And you can
Oh,
spare
he
it
can
more
cancel it.
aggressively.
Holy
so
Oh,
you
he can cancel it.
Not quite
Yeah,
as
he can
fast,
cancel
but
it.
can definitely more
That's great.
accurately pin targets. And because you can cancel it, it allows you to use it much more aggressively and
Yeah,
really go
that's
after those
really
targets
good.
without feeling like you're going to
Look at amazing
sacrifice
these all.
all of your
these changes.
positioning.
Oh,
to get
that's
there.
sick.
It's almost
that
more
was good.
terrifying
You
now with
cancel
this
it
be
wherever
able
you
to
want.
unleash
That's
his full
perfect.
arsenal.
Yeah,
more
that's
often,
really good.
Kind of just being the guy
I
with
might
the
play
shield.
Reinhardt.
The changes to Reinhardt that we're trying.
That's good. They need to
and
update
they
the
might
OG
not
heroes a
shift.
bit more because they
That's
just,
the
like I was saying on the
reality. But
podcast,
the changes
they just kind
that
of feel a
we're
little
trying
dated
right
now.
Yeah.
are to try to embrace more of that instinct that players have when they want to play a
Dude, this
big
map is so
burly
big,
character
look.
that looks
Yeah.
aggressive.
I want to play that
and
payload
feels
map
like it
or
should
the,
be
the
aggressive.
mode.
Push, I think.
Yeah, push.
The funny robot too.
Combat upgrades.
Shortly after BlizzCon, we spun up this group, our
Tracer
combat
has
field
15
group,
bombs.
to really just
And
work
90,000
on
blinks.
what happens when a player holds the trigger.
We're putting a ton of effort into looking at all of our characters and trying to give them even a more visceral weapon feel.
From sound to VFX to animation
I
to
can tell
the
Tracer's
design
guns already
of
sounds
these
different.
units.
Yeah,
All
it
new
looked a little bit
sounds
different, too.
for a lot of our
Yeah.
weapons
The spread
in the
was
game,
different,
and a whole new
almost.
sound system that's driving it. And
I mean,
we
I
didn't
don't
just
know.
level up a
I don't play
unit;
her.
we leveled up the rest.
You talking about?
of
You
the
gotta play the game with her once.
No, that never happened.
Yeah, like
Whoa,
that.
wait,
dude.
hold on.
When
What
we
the
first
fuck
started
is going
working
on?
Wait, 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 wait.
Oh, that's
we spent
Sojourn. That was
quite a bit of time
Sojourn.
working on gunfire.
Oh, okay. I thought that was fucking
sounds,
Baptiste.
general
Like, what the
combat
fuck?
field, and
I thought
feel
it
really
looked like
awesome.
Winston's
We're revisiting
Look at the
everything.
map. The map
Nothing's
looks-
off the table, so
Yeah, it
we're
looks
looking at
cleaner.
even
That's for sure.
Yeah,
small things
that's
such as
All right, so Sojourn has like a
every hero has. So
machine gun
they
almost.
have kind of new audio pass and
Oh, that's
a
cool.
new kind of feel.
Ooh, that
visual
sounds
effect when you
beefy.
hit Things.
Yeah, that sounds
One of the bigger efforts we're
Melee
undertaking
feels
for
good now.
Overwatch 2 is what we're calling our Weapon 2.0 Sound Pass. What this is a big overhaul to the weapon systems in
Oh,
the game.
fix fucking
That means
Baptiste's
the way
gun.
The gun feels in your hands.
I hope so.
You could
Oh, look at
feel
that!
the
Look at
ammo
that! Look at
right
that!
now as it's getting
Fucking
lower on the
skin.
clip. We've really
His
tried
he had a
to
hat on.
amplify those sounds.
Oh, yeah.
Encapsulate the gameplay
Yeah, I saw it, the
and the
icon on the
gunplay
bottom
that
left.
comes.
Yeah,
with Overwatch.
Baptiste has a hat.
Yeah, bash it.
Ooh.
Another key
Everybody
to the
gets a
weapon
hat.
is
Ooh, that
getting them to
sounded
feel
good.
like
You hear
they're in
that?
the environment.
Yeah, I
This
did.
meant
Went
working with convolution reverb. It's a
Made
new
a little
system
pew
that we've
noise.
implemented into Overwatch.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's a way
was
that we
Anna's
can
thing, though,
capture
that
the
made that noise.
acoustics of an environment.
Right?
Oh,
and
I
transport
heard
it
I heard
onto the
McCree's gun.
sounds that we're using.
Oh,
so
you're
we
talking
want
about
to
that. I
capture
heard the Anna
tales
that go
of guns in
pew
different
or whatever.
environments.
You know what's gonna be cool is that we have so many hours in this game.
God damn.
Give me that job.
Wow. Yeah, right? That must be fun. This is work.
No, it's gonna be cool because we have so many hours and we're gonna notice every little thing that's different.
Yeah.
Now we're supporting outdoor.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
Urban, outdoor.
Oh, that sounds
That's
fucking
nuts,
beefy.
dude.
That's
tunnels,
beefy.
small rooms.
That gun sounds. Oh my
It gives
god.
a lot more presence to the weapons
like
and the
some
way that they
doom shit.
react in the world.
We can't go back to one now.
Has evolved a
Yeah,
lot
fuck
since
one. I'm
Overwatch
never
1
playing
came
that
out.
game again.
On top of that, I think we really want to push the.
Did they shoot actual rocket launchers for Vera?
So we focused
I
a
hope
lot,
so.
not just on the
A
wonderful
barrage
sound
of it
effects,
at
but
Jeff.
also with how the gun
It's one
moves
away.
as you shoot. You know, so you can really feel every single shot leaving.
That
the
sounds like a
chamber.
pew pew gun.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
subtle little tweaks we have to do on the gameplay.
I'm not pulling the
engineering
Reaper
side to
one,
make that
honestly.
Feel really visceral.
I
Everything
didn't
from
hear it.
making sure that the camera shakes
Sojourn,
are crisp,
I like
making sure
her.
that if you get
I
shot,
like her
you know
gun.
exactly these
I like
tiny
her.
indicators
Oh,
show up on
Diva,
the outside of
oh,
your reticle.
Diva sounded
All
really
these
good. You
things
heard that?
play into making the game.
No, I missed
Sound
that one.
way
Not
better.
just tight and
I'll
responsive.
have to go back
but
after this
also
and
modern
like
to date.
listen.
Yeah.
Take 76 for example. What we wanted to do in Overwatch 2 with his weapon.
I love this
was
art
make it
style.
Feel
This art style is
incredibly
fantastic.
different.
Yeah,
That happens with a bunch of different
looking
elements that
nice,
mix together. But it really feels like the gun is almost just outside of your control. A lot of that comes down to this camera shake technology, where every time
yeah,
you
it's
fire
camera
a weapon,
shake.
you want to feel like it's running through your entire body, and the camera shake gives that extra bite to every single
Yeah, what the
shot out of the
fuck?
chamber.
I didn't
It
even,
makes him feel
that's cool. I didn't even notice
really
the
great.
camera was shaking when they
You
shot
guys
it.
got a sneak peek of Sojourn from last
Yeah.
BlizzCon. She's been under development for quite a while, and she's actually quickly at this point become a lot of people's favorites in-house.
Yeah, she
When
looks
we look
fun.
back at Overwatch when it was originally created, there was a lot of heroes that were made from a gameplay standpoint kind of surrounding a weapon type. For example, Pharah was based on a
Ooh,
rocket launcher
poof,
hero,
poof,
Widowmaker.
poof. Oh wait, is that during the day?
We thought there was a weapon that
Hell
was
yeah.
missing that would be a lot of fun to play with, and
I wanted
that's
to
a
hear the Widow, I
railgun.
wanted to hear it.
It's so much fun
My
in
bad.
playtest to have
No,
this really
we'll
powerful
go back.
shot that can
The
rip
player.
through enemies if you really are accurate with it. And she's
Ooh.
all
Dude,
about
her
aim
gun.
skill. So if you got
Oh.
that,
Sorry, I was freaking out seeing Dorado in the
Still
daytime. That was
exploring
weird to
new
me.
game
Yeah.
modes. And
No,
we're
that's fine. Yeah,
also
we're gonna go back in.
reevaluating
No, I'm sure we'll hear
older
whatever.
game modes that people are more critical of.
She'll show up.
You know,
She's
we're of the
2 point.
mindset
They'll show the
maybe,
new ass.
Maybe
Yeah.
2CP
Yeah,
doesn't
of course.
exist in Overwatch 2, and maybe
2CP.
there's
Yeah,
a new cool game
people
mode
hate that, but I like it.
replaces
I like it.
We really want Overwatch 2 to feel like the next evolution, a true sequel to the first
So far,
game.
it's looking like it.
Not an add-on. It's not a small
The only-
part. It's not
we'll talk
an
about it afterwards, actually. I have something I want
of
to
the
say.
original game. This is an evolution and a replacement to the original game, and I think it's exciting.
I'm excited. Hero.
Yeah, I've seen some of
mission.
these.
Hero
Yeah.
missions are probably one of the things that's the hardest to wrap your head around if you've never played one of them.
Okay. Cloud.
The goal around hero
Yeah,
missions
more.
is for these to be this co-op PvE experience.
That lighting is cool. Oh, I just noticed there's a pillar in the middle.
Like I'm all about that competition.
Yeah. What
and
the
I
fuck?
have friends that
I wonder if that's
they
only
don't
for
want
the
to do
hero
that at
missions.
all. So I'm really looking forward to a game that I can
Any
play
small change is gonna
hours and hours
freak
with
me
my
out. Like, what
friends
the
who aren't
fuck?
in competitive.
The lighting is
this map,
different.
yeah, the
I'm
lighting's
interested
so
in.
much different.
Hero missions are the content that people are playing as they are leveling up their heroes, and so for a
That
system
gun,
like
dude,
this,
Soldier's gun
really
goes hard, dude.
Yeah,
you
that
need
fucking
a
sounded
lot
really good. I
of
like the
mission.
robot
We
in
don't
Mexican
want
fight.
players to feel like they're just in this grind to get to the top.
And there's a lot of really,
I love
really
his,
good
yeah,
back-end
it's around-
technology that we're
it's around,
exploring, so that the heroes are
Earthshatter
constantly
now.
bringing
Yeah.
their personality
Only
and some
hero
light story
missions, obviously.
to these hero missions as well.
Show cutscene.
The goal is to make
Gotcha, man.
as many as possible, hundreds of hero missions.
Hundreds?
We've explored a lot of different ways of
God
getting
damn!
We better knock out our
content.
backlog
So
before
have,
this game comes out.
Different sets of enemy units.
Well,
that
obviously
people
they
will
mean
be
that, but
fighting
there's not
against.
going to be cutscenes.
And there's
for each
different
one,
hero missions.
Nah, these are just
types.
like regular.
At the same
Yeah, like,
time,
they'll
hero
probably
missions
switch it
can
out,
take
like,
place
no,
in all of the
daily
multiplayer
missions.
maps that
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
done. And we're also adding new spaces onto some of these maps.
Yeah, okay. So he's talking about the new addition.
So they're adding to every map too. That's wild.
The art team.
Yeah,
we
that's
take
lighting.
maps that a lot of people love and recognize, and we have to add a
Hey,
lot
Kings are-
more art and level
Oh, they
design
put a new
to
box
it.
there.
In this one hero mission playtest, we came up to an
Two?
area in Kings Row that usually has a gate on it. Suddenly that gate opened.
That's
and I
cool. That's
saw
so
an
fucking cool,
area of
dude.
Kings Row that I
that
had
was
never
more to it.
seen
Cool.
before.
That's really cool. Yeah.
You may be playing a payload game type, and the payload may decide to
Oh, look
take
at-
this
look at
new
the-
route
like, the
instead
health
of
looks different,
going the usual
Oh,
route.
it might go
That
somewhere
was
different now.
Really, really
Yeah.
cool. It was like this eye-opening.
Yeah,
special
that's gonna
moment.
throw me off so hard,
Yeah,
but in
the
a cool
payload
way.
goes around that thing. Besides,
After how
fucking-
many, like a
Yeah.
1,000 hours? Oh, this is dope, dude.
Yeah.
On the environment side, very early on our own free time, made a prototype.
That's
of a
fucking cool.
sandstorm
Well,
on
oh,
the
just
Temple of
like
Anubis
weather
map.
changes.
Yeah, get
Time,
fucked,
we know what we
Widowmakers.
wanted to do with
Oh,
this.
that's
Looked awesome.
amazing.
We looked at it and went, oh my
Sandstorm.
god, we absolutely have to do this.
So we put some new technology in place that allows
That's
us
great.
to do this.
That's a good way to solve like a widow problem, though, right?
Clear
Yeah,
day,
just like
midway through the
summon a
mission,
sandstorm
suddenly
or
this
a blizzard.
sandstorm or heavy
Yeah.
weather would show
Hey.
up.
It made the world just feel so much
Tracer,
more alive.
where's everyone at?
Jeff Kaplan, summon him.
There's a sunset, daytime, nighttime.
Nice.
New
Depending
Bob.
on where you are in the world, these look different. California or Hollywood would have what we call a
Nice.
California sun. New Bonnie, there's a great
those all
African
look
sun
so
that
good.
happens there. You
That's
see
gonna
the
give it-
space
that-
and
That changes.
mood.
The,
This is
like
what
that's like
really
minimum
brings the
change, but
levels to
actually
life.
really.
Yeah, it makes it like this is throwing me off so hard right now.
Yeah.
Just seeing
I'm
these
not used to
dramatic
this.
landscapes, the wind
And I'm
and
bad
the
with
atmosphere
names for
blowing
maps, but
by.
I know
so
all
much
these
more
maps.
cinematic experience for the player.
Before you start a mission,
Bonnie.
Torbjorn! Oh, that sounds good.
it's nighttime in Necropolis, or there's a sandstorm in Necropolis. Players can make some
That-
comp
dude, that
choices
makes everything
based
look
on
so
knowing this
different.
information.
Yeah, it
Characters
does.
like Hanzo or Widowmaker
Woo!
start
Oh
to
my
be
God,
a little more
Hanzo's
valuable
sounding
because they have
good.
abilities
That's a good
that allow them to see through
Yeah.
the sand more clearly.
Oh. Ah.
Are we going to talk about any of the types of objectives
I wasn't fully powered
in
up.
hero
Didn't
missions?
sound great.
Yeah, let's talk about the objectives. Players are being asked to do different things
Ooh,
from
nice. I
one
like
hero
those
mission
parts.
to the next, so that they all feel really fresh to the player.
For example,
good.
we have Gather and Return, where you're trying to go and grab these different canisters to kind of safeguard them so they don't go off and affect the population in a negative way. It creates this really cool tension in the world where, on the one hand, you're trying to.
I feel like
split
it's
up
definitely
and
what the
go
game
grab all
needs
these
for other
canisters
people,
to be
though,
as
right?
efficient as
Yeah.
Like people only want to do
But
co-op
at the
rather
same
than just like
time, now you're
competitive
having these
constantly.
Sort of special
Yeah,
enemy units
sure.
spawn that are really difficult, and if you kind of get caught by yourself, it turns into a pretty bad situation really quickly.
Help!
And it
Help
feels
me!
extremely cooperative and like a very different way to interact with the Overwatch universe.
Give me your hog. Come on.
We're experimenting with
Yeah, I wanna
all
hear the
sorts
chain
of ideas.
and the
And
shotgun.
just internally, we have
what the
names
fuck is
like
that?
Wall of Death, Scavenger Hunt, and Kill Quest, and all these.
That's
new
awesome. There's a lot of shit.
and
So
enemies for
I wish they
people
would
to
focus on
experience.
each character so
Players
we
would
can
be able
see
to
exactly
jump
what they
in
look like
night
now.
after night,
Right.
play different hero missions, and
We
then
only got to
work
see a
through the
few.
progression system.
the UI,
leveling up
I'm
their
not gonna say it looks
heroes.
better, just because I'm sure everything looks better just
Oh,
because
it
it's new,
looks-
right?
Yeah, it does look slick, like really slick.
Right, but I'm saying is like if it was the opposite way, if we had now, you know, we'd be saying the same thing. I think.
Yeah,
We talk
true,
about
true, true.
progression.
I would
and
say it
we
looks better,
showed
but
the
it-
very early
looks
version
different, which is cool,
of
yeah.
our talent
Yeah.
system,
I like
which I
this
think was
talent
really
system. I
cool.
don't
We
like
had that
Tracer,
one
but I like
talent
the
where like became.
I'm gonna-
Oh my God!
Ball, which
Oh,
was
that's amazing.
We've really blown that.
Look,
Oh,
okay,
so-
okay,
dude!
Wrecking Ball, fuck
You
you.
can
People are gonna
play
make so
the
many
same
cool
hero in
custom
so many
games
different
based on
ways.
everybody's
Now
like
with the
abilities
skill
now.
tree, you can have fun every night
Bullet bowling?
doing different things and kind of.
Look at Soldier with a beard.
Yeah, the
Oh
talents are
shit!
It is like
Go
really
back. Wait,
deep
everybody needs a
and
beard.
rich, and every single
Tracer.
hero has different trees.
I
You
like
might
Tracer
open
better
up
if she had a beard.
76
I'm gonna cut out where you said
Hey,
I like
there
these.
it is!
leveling
That
and
looks so
picking new
good.
talents.
Dude, look
I'm gonna-
at
You're
these fucking
starting to
skill
feel
trees. It
your
has like
hero
3
change.
each.
We've had
Yeah,
like pretty
that's
hilarious
amazing.
versions of
It's RPG
the
now.
healing one where
I was gonna say, I'm gonna
his
cut out where you say,
biotic
I
field
like
travels
these hero
with him.
things,
It
and
also
you're saying, I like
repulses
this for
enemies. We call
Tracer.
it the snowplow
No.
build, where 76 is like running through spaces,
Oh my god.
pushing
Oh,
enemies
you
away
can.
from the.
Oh, cool. The
Designing
healing
is
like
super
bounces
fun
them
'cause it's
away.
like we get to break all the rules that we've sort of established for ourselves.
Yeah, people are gonna make some wild custom
Really
games,
take
dude.
a lot of
Yeah, I
the
can't
crazy
wait.
Things like
Dumo.
Junkrat can dual wield grenade launcher.
That's all we're gonna play again.
That should
Mercy
make
be able to area effect res their whole team at once.
They should do like
Super
what
range,
Halo did with like
walls.
zombies, make
It's
that
a
an
ton of
official
fun,
mode.
Mad scientists making
Yeah.
all this stuff.
You're all used to using these kind of kinetic weapons like Soldier 76's rifle or fire attack like what Whiteheart's Flame Strike does. As soon as you start to mutate these things with talents, all of a sudden maybe you're doing freeze damage or electrical
Nice.
damage.
That's so cool.
It gives
So
the animators
cool.
a bunch of crazy
God
opportunities.
damn it.
You know, the animations are going to change to show them freezing.
Today
shock.
I feel like
And
shoot
if you,
fire.
shock someone with a lightning attack,
Oh,
you
which
shoot
is-
in place and stuff, maybe
Yeah.
chain to other enemies.
Chain
all
to
sorts of
other
stuff to
enemies.
make you feel
Fuck
like
yeah.
you're
Oh,
controlling
that
battlefield
looks good,
in novel
too.
ways.
As a huge RPG nerd myself, the first time I opened up the talent
Yeah,
tree
if only this
systems
game was coming
like,
out this year.
Oh my gosh, this is
This
my
is
love
like,
language.
yeah, for
I
RPG
just wanna
fans, this is
plan,
fucking
and I want to see like where
Yeah.
do I want
I mean,
to
I love
invest,
skill
and
trees
how
in
am I
any
going to
game.
play this character?
right.
Like,
Yes,
skill
it's
trees are
so
awesome.
great.
Oh, you can pin multiple
start
people
at
with
the
that?
bottom of the tree.
Yeah, it seems
like,
like-
oh my,
exactly.
like Tracer gets to do what?
Yeah.
And then you start working and kind of
Nothing.
planning how you're going to get down there. It's like
Tracer gets to go home.
so
She's
fun.
lucky.
We're gonna. I can't wait for the first year where we play so much we just max everyone out.
Yeah, and they're like, this game's
When we
boring. They
look
have no
back
concept.
Except for Tracer.
BlizzCon
Tracer's not getting a single upgrade from you.
2019, and we
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about some of the
I'll
criticisms.
give her one
that
if there's
we
one
had.
that you could just throw a bomb.
One
and
of them,
explode yourself.
as a development team, that we felt was that the combat was just not engaging enough. So the fact that our combat wasn't highly engaging to us as players meant that we had a
Imagine being that
problem
critical
with
of yourself
the
5 years
enemy
later.
units.
Yeah, your
And that they
game got
just
Game of the
weren't
Year 5 years
feeling
ago. You're like, you know what, the gameplay
Just
sucks.
because we show something to the public, it doesn't mean that that is what it's going to be. If we make discoveries where
Add melee
things aren't
combat.
working how we want, they're not reading how we want, they're not fun
That'd be
enough,
fucking awesome.
we're totally down
I guess
to
you already have it with, a
reinvestigate,
couple characters, but I
reiterate,
want
and just
everybody to have
really
melee
find ways to
weapons.
level kind of all aspects of things until they feel good.
I would say a
like a
major
good combat
focus
system.
of all of 2020 was to make the null sector enemy units more engaging. And some of this was adding new units and evolving.
This
other
feels like more of a
units that we
sequel
had.
now.
interesting combat
Yeah.
for us is very
For sure.
combat for us. So
I feel like this is stuff they
sometimes
could
we're
have
going
told
to
us
ask you
months
to
ago, though, to be
protect
fair.
something.
Like,
in
trickled it
Overwatch
out.
2.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're just going to ask you to get
I like it
someplace.
all at one
Sometimes
time,
we might
too.
ask you to escort
nice.
something across a map while it's being attacked. And so it's a different type of spawning, and it's a different type of units that are in there, and it's a simpler objective.
There's a lot of units Aaron is talking about. Lots of different units, lots of different types. They serve different purposes. You do different things to them. It's really going to help a lot of us find the fun and make sure that Overwatch 2 is a blast.
One of those sets of enemies is what we internally call objective units. And they're typically units that don't even attack players.
Yeah, they just
The
stay on
simplest version would be something like the Breacher.
Yeah, those
Two legs with this
motherfuckers.
huge bomb on
they
his
just
back.
attack the,
It was
I
built
hate
to
him.
do
Yeah.
one thing,
Yeah, I hate those things
slowly
too.
and methodically.
I don't play that
march
much of the,
towards its objective,
most
and then it
of the
transforms.
events or whatever.
The
And
PvE.
the bomb opens up like
This
a flower.
this one's in
starts
the what's it
spinning
called?
and charging up, and you hear
The
this
Uprising?
awesome
Is it
sound,
Uprising?
and you know
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
a little bit of time before it's going to explode. and you have
Well,
to take it out.
they're pretty much everything now. They mutated like everything, so
Yeah. But they
enemies
started
overlap
off
a lot.
Uprising, right?
Yeah.
Was it
Units
not
like
Uprising? It was the other
Slicers,
one.
which you guys
Maybe
have
it
seen
was
before. They're little.
I'm pretty sure it was
chickens
Uprising. That's the one with the
that
car
put
that you're
chickens in that
Yeah,
spot.
the
They're really
car,
fast.
like,
You know, we have a guy we're
around.
experimenting with right now who
Was it
flies
Kings Row
and
you're
drops
on?
these
No,
bombs that
you're
create
on,
these kind of
Yeah, you're on Kings Row.
ever-expanding smoke
Is it Kings
fields
Row?
that you have to escape from, but
Yeah.
because they're super deadly, so you really get to use your mobility options to kind of escape that.
There's things like the polar.
Cool.
You could be moving
That was like
through
I wish I was a
these
hero.
darker
Yeah.
alleys.
You
and
know
as
what?
soon as you
Oh,
hear
this
that
could be
polar
scary.
spawn,
Uh-oh.
it suddenly becomes like
Oh, she could be like
really
the witch.
spooky.
That's
and
like
kind
Left 4
of
Dead. Yeah, that's what I
scary.
was
Yeah, it's
thinking.
like the witch.
Very tall, elegant looking.
I hope they introduce like
character
boss.
that's
Oh, look,
blindfolded.
that's Tall Lady from
Three
Capcom.
orbs that circle
hell
around her as her eyes, and we basically spun those orbs around her head as a big tell, launched them at the player, and then it activated this tractor beam, and it's
I wanna see
bringing
some
you
boss
in
fights,
and bringing you in, and then you get this
Against
awesome
Jeff.
like anticipation
Hell
of the
yeah.
hair opening enough so you
Oh,
know
that's
what's about to
wild.
happen.
Oh, fuck that. Oh, no, this is
One
scary.
thing we've just recently
some
been
Resident
experimenting
Evil
with is
shit.
this
Yeah.
idea of elite units. We didn't want the elite units to feel like they're just, oh, this guy's got double health and double damage.
Thank you.
We
I
want to make
hate
sure the
that.
elite units feel like they have different behaviors and have different
I hate
attacks.
that. That's why I was getting tired of that in the events.
Why would fat people?
Oh, they have a big,
yeah,
it's just like Division or one of those fucking games where it's just like, it has more health, it's big.
If you fight elite grunts,
It's a bigger dude.
I like fat dudes have
You get
more
more
health. Game designers.
Does that make you feel better than when you can take that many bullets in real life?
They instead crawl on the ground towards you and you try to back away. If they get to you, they can explode.
In the game, I'll be okay.
Artillery at BlizzCon. We're all just staring at this, and we're like, what are we going to do to level this up?
One of the things we really felt wasn't coming through was the damage states.
We still have 15 minutes.
Players to shoot these guns off, but currently it's not reading as something that can happen in the game easily.
We change the design, we change the animation, and we go back and forth and just continually iterate.
We decided, hey, you know what? We're gonna just delete half of these damage states, so now it's super readable.
From an animation standpoint,
I can shoot their arm.
we decided on the spinning barrel version. Just did this really nice kickback. The tip of the barrel opens up when it's about to fire and shifts into place and boom!
It's really amazing to be fighting an artillery unit and you can see the guns on the side, and as you're shooting the guns, they're actually visibly taking damage, and then you can blow them off and it reacts and kind of stumbles to the side and really makes you feel like you're there, and it's super fun.
In a lot of the stuff we've showed so far, you're fighting null sector. These are evil killing machines intent on marching you down. The way you're going to stop them is by shooting them. And we want to make sure that feels responsive and visceral. Really making sure that when they take a hit,
I like the word visceral.
It feels like their whole body has been punched, almost like hit by a truck. That's what really sells this fantasy.
That melee feels way better.
One of the cool pieces of technology that we
I'm not even there.
I'm not that big of a fan of the melee right now.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. I was hoping they add more melee.
Maybe a half a dozen units abreast. You expect if you shoot one, they're gonna.
I knew McCree right now. It's gonna look so good.
Good.
Turns out it's really fun too.
Do it! Oh, whoa! That is amazing. New hero looks. Okay, here we go.
One of the things that we showed last year at
Widow's
was
Blood.
new looks for our heroes. The theory kind of going in was like you want to preserve the essence of your hero,
got a Genji
but also
fucking
kind of show
pop.
that heroes evolve,
like a year and a half ago.
change and move
Game's not
forward.
out
yet.
So we have a lot more new looks. So I'm excited to see how players and fans react to all of the ones that we've done so far.
Maybe we'll share some of those new looks today, which would be cool.
When?
We're going to reveal McCree's new look for
Overwatch
2 as well.
Beard.
And we're really excited
Like a
to
full,
show
like a
off
big
some
beard.
of our first villains.
Like Arthur Morgan, you haven't
Reaper
shaved
and
in the
Widowmaker.
whole game.
But
Just
first I want to talk a little bit
Gandalf
about
beard.
technical wear, kind of like technical clothing. What that really is using very techie fabrics, as well as having very intricate but functional straps designed in a way that is very aesthetically pleasing. With McCree, we took a couple different approaches. He's got this classic cowboy look that it's really hard to mess with because
his mustache is bigger.
Sophisticated or too techie, it might
For
not
sure
feel
bigger.
right for the character. But as
Yeah,
a concept
he's
artist,
growing
you
it.
always want to change
he's
things
growing
around
it
and
out.
try different shapes and silhouettes. So we did identify as Red Serape as the main thing for McCree. We also tried a couple different things with McCree's cowboy hat.
good, the bad,
We
the
didn't
ugly
really want to
shit.
mess with that too much because that's a very iconic part of
Badass
him.
motherfucker.
So that's another piece that we kept. We tried some retro cowboy looks that mixed in some tech here and there. Some that were a little bit more techie than others. Some that were a little bit more classic.
that one. Last one,
A little bit of a longer beard. And it really gives him a nice kind of like a more.
And it looks very futuristic, but kind of
What's
classic
different
too.
about Farah than some of our other heroes is Farah's completely covered in armor.
She
We
has a
didn't want to
beard.
change the silhouette too much.
Ooh.
It was more about
Looking
experimenting on different colors. So it
Come on, no
felt
beard.
really appropriate for her to be the one to harken back to those original Overwatch colors of white and blue. One of the things that we wanted to update on Farah was her visor. Instead of being completely opaque and reflective, we tried a little bit more of a transparent approach, and being able to
that makes
see
sense.
through it a little bit now allows us to see some more of her emotions. Reaper was actually the ones
Reaper.
that
Oh,
He's got a collar.
I could see a lot of
Oh, pop the
potential.
collar.
Yeah.
He's going to the club.
His
That
cloak,
boy looking thick
his
too.
cowl,
Yeah, he
and
is.
his armor, and how
going
we
to
can
the club
make all
later.
those shapes really sing within that classic, Reaper silhouette. We tried a couple takes with the first pass, like completely silver.
Oh, I like that middle one though.
Layers to his jacket. Reaper's
You don't
mask,
like it?
Obviously,
I like it.
Pretty
It's
simple.
very military.
But the thing you'll notice immediately is that it's now.
Oh my god, yo, Reaper's looking more and more like a Diablo
white,
character.
He's got
fucking
this
up
like
here.
almost like deadly edgy silver. That just gives him that classic Reaper look.
Yeah, I like that
With
one.
Widowmaker, we started with the IDA stage, exploring.
Ooh.
Wait, hold on.
We tried
No, all of
things
them.
like
All of them.
Point approach,
All of
Hunter
them.
Hunter.
Especially the
one of
last
them
one.
made her feel like a classic Bond villain. So we kind of steered it.
Classic
back
Bond
towards one of the
villain.
more
No,
cyberpunk
yeah,
almost
okay,
like a
that's good.
futuristic femme
We had
fatale,
Midriff for a little bit,
which is
though.
basically what Widowmaker is, but she even feels
Oh
more
my God, the
upgraded.
gams.
So I'm super glad that we went down this route. We played with different hairstyles too. Widowmaker has a really long ponytail that's really,
long
key part of her look.
ponytail. Yep.
And we really liked the hairstyle on
Come on now,
one of
you
the
know what you
designs
do
that
with
was
the
more
concept
braid,
art.
and it was really interesting.
I didn't
look
see the
that
back of
also
any of the other
preserves
characters besides
Widowmaker's
Widowmaker.
original silhouette with that long ponytail.
We've been working a lot with our Domino engine and making our cloth look better. Now that we
Oh
have
my God.
this cloth tech,
Please show
we're
Hanzo.
going to be able to make some really cool, unique silhouettes
I wanna
that will
play
help
Hanzo
them
again,
stand
but
out from
fucking-
other heroes.
Look, he's
Double
waving.
shield
We
shit.
put a
yeah.
lot of time and effort into our face rig, and what I mean by that is we're
Ah!
going to get really close to these characters, and it's going to feel really
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Oh,
It
that's
is
cool.
absolutely worth the time and the effort to invest in the technology, and that way we can make
Overwatch is
these
pretty good.
characters do more things that we haven't really
I want to
done
play now.
before.
Oh, here we go.
It's been super exciting working on the
They really need expressive faces.
It's just been so
Yeah.
inspiring
I
to
thought
watch
they
the
were-
team try
the
things that
faces
we've
have been
never
pretty
tried
expressive
before.
for the most
And
part.
I
I
just
know. I
can't wait to
prefer
show
like
up
for
more
like
in
a
the future.
campaign though.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right, fucker.
The big
Overwatch
boy.
2
Give me-
is probably the largest opportunity we've had since the inception of the franchise to really
That one tweet I read
expand
is
what
correct so far.
Overwatch even means to our
I like
players.
how it looks like a
In
lot like a
Zero
frog in the back
Hour,
now.
we saw
Yeah,
that some
yeah.
of the heroes got back together, but
Hell
we're
yeah.
also seeing that there seems to be a second huge Omnic uprising. We're gonna learn who's behind that uprising, why that's happening,
Tracer.
how
Just
globally
related.
spread is it.
Torbjorn is
The
a
story and franchise development
I am
group,
evil.
they were really the torchbearers of what the big story is that we
Oh,
were going to tell for this
Ooh.
game.
Oh,
We have
everyone
a lot
has
of
thick ass
interaction
knives.
with them. They're working on in-game cinematic intros and outros for every one of our story missions.
It's been
Oh.
really great to
Good.
see this collaboration
Good, yeah.
grow and develop. The story is just a little more integrated into our missions than it ever
Oh my
really
God.
has been before. All the available
that's been
heroes
great.
get dialogue for a given mission.
Good.
We had NPCs.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear
have
Bash's
multiple
dialogue.
Choices.
We have all sorts of events that are happening that are driving players
Ooh.
to interact with each other or parts of the
Wonder if there'd be, like,
environment or
secrets you
other
could find.
characters.
I guess kind of. I guess
Your
that's
world
Like
of
that.
Overwatch is this
Yeah,
bright,
yeah,
shiny
that's-
future.
I guess
So how do you take that bright, shiny future and create conflict in it? How dark can the world of Overwatch go?
Oh,
The
fucking
different
dark.
challenges that these characters are
I
going to
wanna
have to
see
overcome
Kate
in Overwatch
murdered.
2 are things that they haven't ever
Let's go fucked
dealt
up.
with before or dealt with on this scale. So what we had to do was
Summon
literally
Satan.
strip it down to this bare
Ooh,
bones.
I like that crew right
of
there.
Where
Yep,
are these
there
characters
and
in
back.
their lives? Overwatch has been
Hanzo.
disbanded, and now there's a situation where the world's in trouble again, and the world needs the
There's
heroes.
gonna be a really badass Avenger
They're not
scene at the
allowed
end. You
to
know
be
it
doing
is.
what they were supposed to
Everybody,
be doing.
all of them, like gearing up.
Yeah,
Everyone.
even the villains too.
Even the
Off-site
villains. Oh yeah, they're
locations,
going. Yeah, they're going
so
face
we
off.
could brainstorm
It's gonna be-
over
Moira will
and
be in
over
front.
different
Buds over Connor are gonna fight each other, but
versions
they're
of
gonna team
what
up at
the
the end, you know
Overwatch
it.
2
Oh,
story
Moira versus
campaign
Mercy?
could
Come
be.
And we basically had these whiteboards.
They just stand there, just shooting each other, all
The
lame.
room was filled with whiteboards, and we would
Well,
just
Moira
write
could
every
just,
day
like, suck the
story
soul
beats
out of
and
her,
the
like
characters
fucking
and who was
sang
doing
song.
what and where. And oh my gosh, we forgot this character.
We had these giant
Shang
sticky
Tsung.
notes, and each one of them would be a mission with a bunch of notes on it. You know, somebody say,
Hey.
well, what if we moved Rio to the end, and they'd physically grab it off the wall and stick it on the end.
And we did this for a while, until we all felt that it was pretty close to what we wanted.
Then we could send it to our writers' rooms. The writers' rooms then had a much clearer direction of where we wanted this process to go.
Ultimately, we come up with something that we
Look at
think
that.
is
That's gonna be
right
badass.
for the game.
Yeah, right?
And then we
Hey,
pitch it back to
partner.
the game team, and they point out everything that
Everyone's gonna have a
missed.
badass
And that allows
intro,
us
you
to
know
actually
that.
back up
Yeah,
and go and
of
make it
course.
right and make it better.
The only one that
Because the
won't, it will
scale
be.
of the story is so
let's take a
huge,
guess.
it takes
Winston.
place over the whole
Symmetra.
world, basically.
Symmetra.
It just requires
Winston
a
will.
constant
Who's be like,
iteration,
"Hey there, I'm
constant
funny monkey."
refinement to make the story as best as we
Oh my
can make
God,
it.
great.
From writing, we
Oh,
got
great.
storyboards.
Amazing one.
The storyboards.
Oh,
we craft
he was
with
fixing
the-
a Bastion there.
From there,
That's awesome.
it'll go to the business
Hell yeah.
department where they'll start to flesh it out in 3D. Once we've kind of figured out our camera work and our cinematography, that'll then go to the animation department.
and then we end up
there you go.
right into the game engine.
Oh my god. Oh, that's awesome. Come on.
They're going to fight each other, but they're going to team up at the end. You know they're going to.
Everybody?
Oh, look.
With the
okay.
gameplay.
Yeah, let's calm it down.
Intro cinematic ends with this huge battle, this huge war.
Hell
when you
yeah.
get into the game, it has to
Woo!
match and feel the
This is awesome.
and blend together.
We should do a whole Let's Play of this.
Oh, yeah. No.
You really are also trying to get the music to be equally as consistent from.
I just want that cutscene. You know, they need to have that cutscene.
Adam Burgess, our lead composer, has been working with the IGC team, with the game team, developing themes for.
Like you can have the greatest story, but if you don't have that cutscene,
cinematic director. Whatever we're crafting should never override the gameplay. We want to make sure that the player's experience.
We need that portal scene from Avengers Endgame.
Seamless, and it feels like completely immersive.
Do it. I don't give a fuck.
To the point. Overwatch assemble.
The Choreo tool is a tool that allows people to coordinate different events to happen at the same time. Like in Rio, if you played our demo, one of the buildings explodes, and so that kind of event needs to happen as you're running by, and you need to have it timed, because if it blows up too early, then you don't see it. It allows story moments in missions that interact with the environment, that interact with our characters.
I have to go back and rewatch this.
The new abilities that we have now are allowing us to push our storytelling farther than we could have previously.
What's also really powerful about Choreo is that, you know, if somebody has an idea, they can mock things up really quickly.
All right, 5 more minutes.
Show the Widowmaker making this awesome
They
introduction.
go get like a trailer.
See?
She was able
There you
to
go.
quickly put a really rough prototype in Choreo. And
They say gotta make Widowmaker have a badass intro.
Quick changes. They play tested.
Look at this.
I think everybody's got that. Oh, that's dope.
Like a matter of days.
So you just see her randomly?
Yeah, that's cool.
That's
Story
amazing.
mission has its own custom.
I like this a
map
lot. This looks
built for
amazing.
it.
Yeah,
These
it looks
maps
really
are
good.
absolutely
Graphically, it looks fucking
gigantic.
night and
India
day
is
almost.
one of our biggest maps, and it's a fun map because it
Yeah,
has
you know,
a
and the
few
maps
story
are looking
beats that
bigger.
were taken from
Like,
You know what's
comics
funny?
and
This feels like what the Avengers game should have been, right? Where you got to go to each mission with a very different amount of heroes.
Yeah, fun story. You can actually play the fucking story and
the game's fun.
Yeah, you can play it co-op out actually.
The city has been through.
Gothenburg
stupid
was our
ass,
chance
like,
to
war
show
room
Torbjorn's
shit or whatever.
workshop.
Yeah.
We created a space that kind of fits his height. So there's step ladders and
that's great. That's
we
a
designed
fucking
this
amazing.
space as if we were Torbjorn.
Hell yeah, this poor little guy.
It's pretty epic.
That's hilarious.
Into it.
I just assumed he built a turret and then jumped on
Toronto
that to
was
get
under
things.
siege by Null Sector.
Yeah.
When the
No, he's too smart for that. Like, fuck it, let's bring it all down to me.
So as you make your way through the
Turret
level, the
out
snow
the
is
pocket.
slowly
Oh, the
building
ult
up.
looks
Suddenly by
cool.
the
I actually
end,
didn't notice
the
that.
characters are caught in this gigantic
Oh,
snowstorm and they must fight
the
their way
number
through.
That's awesome.
In Overwatch 2, we want to give you choice to be able to play this character or that character. So we're designing a lot of systems
All
around
Hanzos.
how their relationships develop over the course of.
That's gonna be the interesting
story
one,
missions
though.
and
Is you can't
campaign.
let everyone play whoever they want the entire time.
Right.
Well, I guess you can, but it just won't be a story thing.
I'm sure that there's gonna be like a.
all at the same
Like here,
time.
look, like this needs to be like one of those
To
badass
actually see
cutscenes.
them all
right?
interacting and working together in ways that we've
There's gonna be a
never
lot of
actually
scenes like
seen.
that, though.
We've
Yeah,
always
it's like a-
thought about it and hoped for it, but now it's actually happening.
It actually
God, I would love to
requires us
write
have
this.
A whole new branching dialogue
I'd
system.
write the most
If you happen to
wild
have
shit.
Genji
Yeah.
and Mercy
And then Genji
in the
and
second
Mercy
mission of the
kiss
game, you
finally.
might get different dialogue.
The fandom
that's about
is
their
appeased.
relationship.
Oh wait, what? I missed
Our
it. This
voice
is something about
actors bring the
dialogue.
characters to life in ways that
Oh, you're gonna see
everybody
a
has fallen in
demo
love
of
with,
their
from inside
relationships
Blizzard to the
No, but it
fans.
said you might get different dialogue for something you do.
Here, this collection of actors all together, all interacting. has been
Yeah,
a
that's
real
awesome.
treat.
Because like right now,
Hey!
it's such a good cast, but you still don't even get that much with them,
I wish
honestly,
people
which
could
is wild.
see How many people are involved when it comes to something like telling the story of Overwatch? It doesn't just come from a singular person. It comes from a group, and it's a really talented, fun group that all works together.
We've been developing what we hope is one of the best stories ever. And, there's some key
Ooh,
story moments.
all right.
Hey, hey now.
I really can't wait to see.
You're an all-star.
how to it.
Soldier's looking badass, man. They really
That's
focus
a
on her a
mighty-
lot.
That's a mighty goal right there.
Yeah. In
One of the best
conclusion,
stories.
2023.
We've been talking about the game,
No!
about this
Canceled.
universe.
It's too
I
much,
know
guys.
you
We've been off
all
too much.
love it
Just
so
realized it
much.
right now. As
Right
recording
now,
this.
we can
That's
sit
kinda
down
fucked up.
Oh, that's
and
great.
have
Dude,
Overwatch
that looks
2
great.
and have it be a really fun experience. And I think we need some more time till we can say it's perfectly polished in the way that we want it.
2023.
We've made such
No.
incredible strides since we first announced this and
Ooh,
showed
I
it
want
to
that.
the community at
Yeah, that
BlizzCon in
looks good, too.
2019.
It doesn't
The
say a
thing
certain
that
word on it.
I'm most excited about is that moment
You can break through
when
now.
we hand the game over to the players.
We want to
Beta.
create
And that's a
something that
beta
really
at
moves
the end of the year,
people,
so.
really touches people.
That's why we do it. We create the game because we want it to become part of your life and for you to experience it.
I really want a trailer, but we're not going to get a trailer.
No.
For Overwatch 2, we're
or a cinematic, rather.
It's kind of 5 games in one.
We're
It's
literally,
a huge
we haven't
undertaking.
been
The new tech and the new aesthetics for the new looks brings you closer to the characters that you love, and we're just getting started.
Just getting started.
The experience is much richer.
Yeah. We just got started with development.
Cinematics that push the boundary of what we can do to tell stories.
We want this dynamic world. We want things to feel alive.
I'm really looking forward to being able to expand the world of Overwatch for our players.
We're really trying to tell this epic story.
In order to make a game great, it takes time, energy,
it really is. Oh my god!
We have just an incredibly professional
Right.
team
They
of
need to
designers,
nail it.
artists, and engineers.
We just love bringing this world to you guys. So many cool characters.
I was wish they
It's just a
saved the
blast
Overwatch
working
2's
on it.
announcement for
Our
right now.
goal is for Overwatch 2
Yeah,
to
they
be
should've.
the worthy successor to the first game.
But they couldn't
To
get
be
everything
the
got
next
leaked.
Evolution and to be a true sequel.
But I think it got leaked because they were playing
Thank you
to
for
show it,
sticking with
right?
us.
We're gonna
forget.
So there was a logo. That was the thing that got leaked. The
Yeah,
logo
people were
with
like, this
Tracer.
logo looks off, and then the creative design's like, what the fuck, man?
That's what we want to try to capture. I'm
It's like,
playing.
man, fuck you.
Let's go.
I think it looks great. Alright. 2023.
Nothing.
They're not even going to say because it's 2023, that's why. Yay!
So-
Overwatch!
Okay.
That was great. That was great, though. Whoever I read that tweet from was correct. That
You're
was
right.
very
Okay.
good.
Here's the thing. Fantastic video, right? Like
Yeah.
that was awesome. I'm
Yeah.
glad the game looks like it's going in a good direction.
But I want it now.
The problem is they're saving all its content because they really want to make Overwatch 2 huge.
Yeah.
Like they want it to pop off. They want it to be like, oh, it's all this content right away. So
Yeah.
it feels like they're withholding content because
Yeah.
Overwatch 1 is not gonna. It's what one of the leakers who's pretty much nailed every single thing, even the day he nailed it. He said Overwatch 1 is dead, which is
That's hard. That's harsh.
That's an issue because this game's not coming out till at least next year.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. Like, I mean, that sucks. But they're still gonna do the events, obviously. But like, just
Even the events are old as shit, dude.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not talking
I
about the events themselves. I'm talking about like just the skins and stuff. So there is reasons to come back, but like when they have no new maps, no new characters. Like we haven't had a character since Echo in April, I think. Usually we get one like every 5-6 months.
We used to get one. Like, we used to get 3 a year.
Yeah, and we got one last year. We might not get one this year.
We're not
at
gonna
all.
get one this year.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
they
you
said,
never know.
Overwatch 1 is dead because
Yeah.
they're saving
Well,
they're saving all the heroes
Just
for
because
this
one
for
leaker,
Overwatch 2.
I know the leakers correct a lot, but like doesn't mean I'm gonna.
It doesn't.
assume that.
I think they even mentioned at some point too that's the last hero to Overwatch 2.
I can see them slipping Sojourn in. Just be like, all right.
I think at that point you need to throw some of the bones from Overwatch 2 and Overwatch 1 to keep that game alive.
Because not seeing what I've seen right here, I think like even if you had no other new characters for Overwatch 2, I think you have plenty of stuff to consider that a sequel. Really.
Yeah. The thing I feel like when I'm looking at this is it's. I think they need to keep that multiplayer alive.
Right.
The single player I really wish they didn't just call it Overwatch 2. Honestly, I think that was such a weird corner to put themselves in because they could have called it like Overwatch. I don't know, fucking slap with it, Resurrected.
Yeah, Resurrected. Yeah.
Yeah.
Overwatch remastered.
Yeah, but you know, like they could have
Overwatch the Snyder cut.
They could have like did that and called it like the story expansion or something like that, you know, or did that and then just add everything to the multiplayer. That's fine.
And maybe that's what they were gonna do at first, but then like just the bug of like, oh, we could make like fucking hundreds of missions and we could go crazy with the story, and maybe like originally it was just supposed to be like a maybe not a slight story, but like a story to build upon, like an hour long, and then
you could tell what happened is they were having fun doing these PvE modes. Everyone liked them, and they're like, oh, let's just do that.
Yeah.
Exactly. But again, the issue is they have to keep Overwatch 1 alive. What they're gonna do, and we all know they're gonna make it free to play at some point. But we need some sort of content at some point. Because, like, yeah, Overwatch is in a really good spot right now, but they need to add content.
Yeah. At least a new hero and a couple maps. I mean, the map they added a new map recently, but fuck that. I ain't playing free for all. I don't even understand why they added a free for all map. That was bullshit. After like no maps for like what, over a year or some shit.
Right.
Yeah, it hasn't been like over a year since a new map, like a regular map.
The last map was.
I forgot what it was.
Ooh, what the fuck was the last map?
Was it fucking the one we get all the time now? The one with. I can't describe these maps, honestly. There's like a lot of areas you move, and then there's a thing. It was the one where you capture the points, and then there's light. You walk on the
Havana. That's the one where it's the one where you got it's the
Is it the one where like the tanks always stay?
You go inside the factory in the middle. At the end, there's like you go to like almost like the like you cross like the moat almost looking thingy.
Oh, okay.
You gotta like it's like great for the defense snipers.
Yeah.
That was released.
2019.
May 2019.
I knew it. Yeah. So almost 2 years.
2 years since the last competitive
map. Yeah.
And even then, for example, Paris was released a couple months prior, but Paris and Lunar Horizon are going through remakes because the maps are just not good.
Right.
So they've been taken off competitive.
I hate fucking Lunar. They should remove that period.
They fixed that once.
Yeah,
too.
I know. I've been saying that for fucking how long that map's been out there for, like what, almost 3 years at this point.
It was released
like maybe early 2018.
I just had the date too.
It was like 2018, maybe
2017.
2017. Okay, so almost 4 years. Fuck that map. I never liked it. I hate it. It's first of all, it's too small. I feel like, even though it's probably the same size as some other ones. Like if you actually look at it, but I hate it. There's a lot of like areas that are stupid. I hate the outside. No one ever goes there, and when they do, it's stupid. It's a dumb battle.
It's a meme.
Yeah, it's a meme.
Well, there's that. You gotta choke that because the problem with a lot of these maps, they make you go through a choke. Like Paris makes you go through that. Right. Horizon makes you go through that.
Yeah.
And then it's 2 point, which is always hard to balance for because the problem is inherently. And I'm going through basic Overwatch stuff in case anyone like is like kind of rolling their eyes and they play a lot of this, but whatever.
Right.
The problem with that is whoever wins that fight on the first point has ultimate charge.
Yeah, exactly.
For the next point. Yeah. So everyone's scrambling to spawn and set everything up, and these guys running ultimate.
Yeah, it's right there because it's fucking like it might as well be like 10 steps away, and you're right there at the fucking point too.
Right.
And of course, they just destroyed your ass, so they have some of them probably have ults.
And then it's either that or the opposite effect happens where there's no way because spawns are right there for the defense too. So if you can't take them all out at once, they're just gonna stagger back in for 9 years.
Yeah. That's why I think we need way more payload maps.
Yeah, that's kind of what they're going. I mean, Jeff even hinted like I don't know what's going to happen with Overwatch 2. There might be no 2 CP.
Good.
But yeah, the problem.
I don't mind them, like you said earlier, but
I don't mind them either. Honestly,
I just don't like Lunar. That's like the only one I really don't like.
Paris sucks. I think. Anubis I like a lot actually though.
I love Anubis actually. I was getting sick of it at one point, but like now I'm not getting it as much. I haven't played Overwatch in like a month.
I think King's Row is still the best map, obviously. To everyone.
We never get King's Row. I feel like I got it. Like I think I played a bunch.
Remember?
I played a bunch early last month, and like some in. No, I played a lot in December and played a little bit early last month, and I got it maybe 3 times, which is ridiculous. I played like hours.
Well, remember there was
to the point where I got my Symmetra up to like 8 hours, and I've barely played that character before. So it was like, all right.
There was a drought, remember, where we just didn't get it, and the one time we got it, it got canned because there was not enough players.
Yeah. Which I hate that. That almost never happens anymore. But of course, that had happened for fucking King's Row.
So.
Oh, fun!
All this stuff is fantastic. I'm super looking forward. Obviously, we're both looking forward to that.
All the sound is great. The graphic update is amazing.
This game is gonna get as much, if not more, playtime than probably Overwatch 1 at some point, right? The way it's looking with all the extra stuff too. Because I feel like a lot of times we want to play Overwatch, but competitively, it's like we don't really want to do quick play, but we still play because we have fun with the characters. So it'd be nice to do a co-op.
The push mode I want to see more of actually because that looked really fun. Yeah, it's looking good. I want to see exactly how it works though.
Yeah.
Like, do you get it to certain checkpoints and then you can't push it anymore or something? Well, no, that wouldn't work.
The way I think is it's straight up just two. There's 2 points in it, and whoever has it farther.
I know, but like, how would that like that could make like games last for fucking ever if everybody's even.
Well, there'll be a time limit.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
And if you're
whoever held it for the longest, I guess.
No, it's whoever has it more on their side.
Oh, okay.
So if no teams touch it and then one person touches it for an inch, then that team wins. You know.
That makes sense.
But this Overwatch 2 is looking fucking phenomenal. I love how much attention to detail it is. It makes sense now. I think everyone was kind of worried, like, just adding PvE modes with some cutscenes. It looks like they're really going in with a lot of detail and overhauling the entire even Overwatch multiplayer, which is good. I think a lot of that's going to be needed, especially for the competitive side of it. But we need to keep Overwatch 1 alive too. So I don't know how it's going to happen. I think the game's in a good spot right now, honestly. Adding free-to-play mode would be. It's got its pros and cons. Free-to-play mode.
It has its pros and big cons in my eyes. Because like even when there was free to play weekends, I play like just quick play to play, and I just get these teams that you can tell aren't Smurfs. They're actually new, and they're just like fucking. They're playing Mercy, and they're walking the entire time. They're not doing anything.
Yeah, and it's like
I need heal. Sure. They're walking towards me. I'm like, just fly to me.
It's like sure. It sucks that when you played this game, like we played like 1,000 hours, probably like actual play time.
Yeah.
It sucks when you get new players because like I have to understand. I'm like, all right, you're new. You're killing the game right now, but you're new is whatever. But you also do get the Smurfs as well. You know, where they're like fucking top 3 on one console. They're like, time to fuck over these people. And they come with their whole crew too. And then they got like, you can tell like one of them is a healer, the other one's there because they pocket each other.
Yeah.
But I mean, whatever. I think I take that over.
I would never get on mic and tell them to fuck off. Like, I'm not like most other people that play video games like
that we know.
Lot. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Oh yeah. I wasn't even referencing him, but sure. But no, I'm talking about like people that are like gatekeeping certain games.
Sure.
Like, oh, these new people or whatever. Like, no, fuck that. I don't give a shit.
But also, I don't. I'd take either of those issues over the game fucking dying.
Right.
I'd rather have something than nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I guess we'll still get the events. So we have that.
I don't even care about the events. I do them for the skins now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And when I say events, I just mean the actual seasonal events.
Because I think we're literally at a point where we have all the skins.
Every one I want, at least, yeah.
I have every skin that's not tied to a event.
Oh yeah, I think I do.
So like once anniversary rolls around, I'm just gonna have every skin.
Yeah.
And also we gotta take into the fact that I'm sure Overwatch has been by far personally to me probably the most generous with loot boxes.
Oh yeah.
So I totally expect that to not be a thing in Overwatch.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of loot boxes for just hero mode.
There's gonna be what I'm saying is that I think they're gonna monetize the hell out of it more because Activision and Call of Duty.
But there's no way they're gonna make it so that they monetize it to the point where it feels like a Battlefront 2 when that first came out. So, remember when that came out where you're actually buying like hero cards or whatever, so you can play as Darth Vader and shit. And that was like the only way to get it, unless you want to rank up all the way to like 100 levels or some shit, which I think some people like estimated playtime would be like 70 hours just to get Darth Vader. I was like, even though he's on the fucking front of the box.
Right, or you just fucking pay for it.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some stuff like that. I'm sure they'll have like boosters for hero missions. I bet they'll have like, this card gives you 10% extra health or something. Which will be annoying, but as long as they have a mode where you can just classic hero mode too, or whatever.
Right.
That'd be cool too.
Well,
yeah, I was just watching some of the video again. But
it was a great video. I'm gonna go back and listen to it. Even the sound, the fact that it goes
sound stuff.
It sounds awesome.
I want to see this skill tree. You got for soldier, you have this one's tactical advantage level 0. Damage dealt during tactical visors increased by 5%, and then every extra point is 10%, and it's 5% extra, so 15%. I guess that's how far as it goes.
And picking new
damn, you got what's this one? Target rich environment. Eliminations while tactical visor is active. Increase the duration of tactical visor. Okay, so you can just keep fucking going. That's good.
You're starting
to
feel your
no. They didn't show it anyway. All right. Well, anyway, that's it.
That's like I said, I'm very excited for Overwatch 2. I hope that they give Overwatch 1 something because that game can't die. They need to keep that thing alive.
Yeah.
When this thing drops, though, I think the game's gonna blow up.
Yeah, and then Overwatch 1 will slowly die.
Well, I mean,
it's gonna be integrated. I know that, but I mean, like, just playing Overwatch 1 will die. Like, just putting that one in your console or playing it digitally. Like, I'm sure everybody that's still playing Overwatch now is gonna buy Overwatch 2, and then that disc for Overwatch.
Actually, some people maybe some people don't even give a fuck, and they'd rather just play the multiplayer. That's free.
They're buying it. I'll come over. I'll make sure they buy it. I'm fucking coming.
Watch out.
Yeah, what was the quote again? I'm gonna fucking find you. Right?
Oh, you motherfucker.
Oh. Alright, well, there you go. That's Overwatch 2. It looks okay.
Yeah.
Looks kind of shitty.
I'd rather play Warcraft.
I'd rather play Battleborn, honestly. I'd rather play the other Warcraft game with the stars.
On the mobile.
Yeah, I'd rather play Starbound. Remember that game? Fuck it. No game nobody remembers. Alright, bye!